Very Reverend Dr. Wesley Carr, the Dean of Westminster, escorting the Queen, and the Queen Mother walking with a stick with her grandson beside her. And they make their way to their places in the nave as the coffin enters the final stages of this long and moving journey to Westminster Abbey. The great procession of charity workers who've been following the cortege ever since halfway down the Mall, and who will now leave it to go separately to St. Margaret's to listen to the service there, as the coffin itself is borne alone, followed by the members of the family to the west door of the Abbey. Coming down Broad Sanctuary now, the final approach road, in this brilliant sunshine, with these people who've come here 2-3 days ago to stand here and mourn as their princess passes. And as the cortege turns towards the west door of Westminster Abbey, the gun carriage and the guardsmen who will bear the coffin inside, we join Tom Fleming, who is in the Abbey.
On a September day in 1982, I described the scene on the first official visit overseas alone of Diana, Princess of Wales. She was 21, and she was representing Her Majesty the Queen at the funeral of a beautiful and much-loved princess who had died some days before in a tragic car accident, Princess Grace of Monaco. Little did I imagine that 15 years later to the month, I would be watching the arrival of a simple coffin draped with another royal standard, bearing the body of that beautiful and much-loved young princess of our own country, killed 6 days ago in a tragic car accident. The bearer party, found by men of the Prince of Wales Company from the 1st Battalion, the Welsh Guards, will now lift the coffin from the gun carriage. Utter silence in the sanctuary. The coffin surmounted by family flowers. The little prince's wreath to the right. And slowly, the coffin will be raised. To be carried now so gently and with infinite care through the railings heaped with flowers and messages to the great west door of Westminster Abbey. Beyond that door, all now await the beginning of a service which will become, for an hour, the focus of a nation's remarkable outpouring of grief and affection. A service which marks the first and public part of a funeral that will end later this afternoon, quietly and far from the public gaze, in a green corner of Northamptonshire. And behind the coffin, the chief mourners, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Earl Spencer, Princess's younger brother, Prince William, her elder son, Prince Harry, who will be 13 in 9 days' time, his father, the Prince of Wales. Coffin received by the Dean of Westminster, the very Reverend Dr. Wesley Carr. Through into this building which has seen so many occasions of history, so many occasions of heartbreaking remembrance. And when the bearer party halt within the west door, the service will begin. The collegiate body turns to face eastward, and led by the beadle and the organist and master of the choristers, Mr. Martin Neary, who has arranged the music for this whole service, and by the choir who sing now the familiar funeral sentences in a setting by William Croft, who was organist here in the Abbey from 1708 to 1727. And the life
unfold on its own. It is a mixture of traditional Anglican and then some added personal touches, obviously.
On second thought,
frankly, you
Rob like that, it feels like
your skin glows with spider bite.
former teammate John.
Give you that. Oh, shirt got a lot of cockroaches in a plastic bag. Neil Stamgore.
tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy? A second ghost of jealousy.
Headlining tonight. It's not so bad.
Let's say. I don't know.
My old friend.
Son,
Come out of...
what time are we meeting?
Call 0800.
That's with you.
Kit. Completely ruined. 2 cameras.
Cooper's Gold.
things, Elvis. They're sure the company's principal asset is in...
Questions now.
Continuing the Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie season, Agents Solo and Kuryakin have been given the perfect assignment, but they may have bitten off more than they can chew in One of Our Spies is Missing.
What further developments, Mr. Solo?
Will Kuryakin get iced by Uncle's newest deadly enemy?
Before you die, you'll see history in the making.
Or can Uncle uncover the secret behind the Karate Killers? Action Stations from A Man from U.N.C.L.E. Double Bill next Friday at 11 on TNT Classic Movies.
The men from U.N.C.L.E. are back to avert another global disaster. One Spy Too Many is next at 11.
TNT Trivia presents Raquel Welch, who starred in Kansas City Bombers with Jodie Foster, who inspired the assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, who starred in That Hagen Girl, directed by Peter Godfrey, who made Christmas in Connecticut, remade with Richard Roundtree, who first starred in Shaft, released the same year as Ryan's Daughter, written by Robert Bolt, who wrote Dr. Zhivago, starring Omar Sharif, who appeared in The Yellow Rolls Royce, written by Terence Rattigan, who wrote The VIPs with Richard Burton, who starred in Night of the Iguana, directed by John Huston, who narrated Cannery Row, starring Deborah Winger in a role previously promised to Raquel Welch. Fascinating film trivia on TNT Classic Movies.
They bring magic to the small screen and adventure to young minds.
Every day I pray to God to give me horses.
And now there's a whole week to enjoy the great animal stars on TNT.
Boy, am I ever glad to see you.
Animal Magic is a movie season to take you back, to relive those golden moments and share them with a new generation.
Oh, Mother!
Animal Magic, all this week at 9 on TNT Classic Movies.
Starting the tales of the fantastic. They created a world full of evil, where only the toughest survive. Terry Thomas.
Hey, Terry, help!
Russ Tamblyn. The Puppetoons. Adventure, romance, and old cobblers. The wonderful world of the Brothers Grimm. Monday at 9 on TNT Classic Movies. Continuing the tales of the fantastic. Dr. Lowe has a problem. A split personality and no patience. Not even one. And if you think he's bad when he's angry, you should see him when he's hungry. 7 Faces of Dr. Lowe, Tuesday at 9 on TNT Classic Movies. There'll be the devil to pay. Continuing the tales of the fantastic. Ever wondered what toys do when grown-ups aren't around? For Tom, stepping out into the big, wide world is a complete understatement. Russ Tamblyn is the 5-inch fairy tale hero. Peter Sellers and Terry Thomas, the larger-than-life villains.
Let's get rid of the kid now.
Here I am.
Tom Thumb, Wednesday at 9 on TNT Classic Movies.
Wherever the Jolly Roger flies, you're sure to find danger. You'll find adventure.
Them that dies will be the lucky ones.
And if you're brave, you may just find treasure. An all-star adaptation of the adventure classic with Charlton Heston, Oliver Reed, and Christian Bale. A TNT original production in association with Swiss Air. Treasure Island, Thursday at 9 on TNT Classic Movies.
Throughout September, TNT Classic Movies presents The Unmissables, a season of cinema's supreme achievements. Every night experience the groundbreaking motion pictures which have left generations of moviegoers enthralled.
Let it be so.
Several screenings of each feature give a unique opportunity to savor these landmarks in movie making. Relish these classics in their newly restored glory and see them as they were meant to be seen. The greatest stars.
He's looking at you, kid.
The legendary performances. The unmissables.
Goodbye, Mr. Chips.
A season of cinema greats. Every night throughout September. Only on TNT Classic Movies. The men from U.N.C.L.E. are back to avert another global disaster. One spy too many is next at 11.
Gets a good throw still, but it's